So the goal with this video, I'm using the tool Merch Informer, a really cool tool. I've been using this since 2017. It's I want to say the very first tool when it came to Amazon merch or doing research with t-shirts on Amazon.com. I may be wrong, but I've been using it for that long, so it's been around for a while. I'm using Merch Hunter, so if you come over here to product research, Merch Hunter, and you can see I excluded all these brands. If you hit, so you deselect and select all, it'll pop up all that right there if you're unaware of that. Came in here, messed with the reviews, just put it down to 10. I did that on purpose because I want something, that's pretty fresh. I want something with low ratings, low reviews, and something fresh. So what I'm gonna do, I hit search already, and it's basically, if you're unaware of what this tool does, we just searched Amazon, and let's find like Harris Walls. Let's say like this presidential election shirt right here. You're gonna see like, look at this, for example, 600 bought in the past month, 4.0 out of 5, 2 ratings. And let's say, for example, let's come down, let's see, 13K BSR. This one was uploaded at the beginning of this month. We all know that I know that the presidential election is something big right now. So Harris versus Trump, very big. And this is two. So this is one that's person running for president, and this person that is behind her as the vice president. So if we come down, top research design vault, 240 plus niches. Now I just updated this. So now I was doing research every month. Now it's weekly. So you get new ideas every week. And now the next thing on my list is to increase that. But obviously I want to find low competition niches with a demand. And that is the goal. Now it can be a struggle with certain evergreen niches. And I understand that. I've been doing this for a while, right? I've been doing this for about 8 years, print on demand. And when it comes to that, one of the things that I like to do is when I like to find niches with the demand, I like to focus on like current events or special events happening. So for example, like Halloween's coming up. That's going to be a big one. What else is coming up? Thanksgiving, Christmas. All that stuff is coming up upon us for Q4. And that's some of the stuff that I'm going to be including pretty soon as far as research ideas for Halloween. So the next one I'm going to release is going to have some new Halloween ideas on there. And I think I'm going to rep out probably about 50 to 100 different ideas for Halloween, but also keep the evergreen niches in there too as well. So I'm just trying to provide more value for you guys, and especially if you're getting niche ideas, keywords, and then these low competition niches for you. That's very, very important. This is going to help you make money, and that is the goal with this, is to help you understand how to do research. But not only that, is give you an idea of how I would do research, right? So this is an idea of the spreadsheet that you get every week with all the keywords, the niche, the number of competition, and the link for inspiration. And then these are my personal numbers all time with my Amazon Merch on Demand account. So you can look at this right here for social proof. But the top research design vault, sign up for it. It's only $10 a month. So much value back there, so much different inspiration, different ideas. And that's the goal, to help you make more money with your print on demand business. And it doesn't matter what you're doing. You can be doing Amazon merch, you can be doing Redbubble, Etsy, Spreadshirt, TeePublic. It doesn't matter where you're selling t-shirts. Let's see what we can find. I've done a lot of precedent. If you haven't seen any of my reviews on my channel, I go over some good stuff. And this niche is trending like crazy. If you're unaware, you can design for it. But remember, trademarks and copyrights still do apply for it. And some people are like, I'm scared to design for it. One thing I always recommend, if you don't understand, you don't feel comfortable doing it, you don't have to do it. Me personally, I don't go too heavy into the election, because Amazon is like, when I put up a t-shirt on Amazon.com or Amazon merch, I have shirts in the past where they say, yes, you can design for this niche and you can do this type of t-shirt or whatever it is, and then they'll take it down. So I'm aware that certain people get certain t-shirts taken down because they design. And keep in mind, that's Amazon's playground. If they feel like a design or a t-shirt or a product is like bullying or going against something or being mean in some type of way, they'll take it down. So Yankees, Texas, no, we don't do none of that. Oh, this one's Lyric Life, huh? I wonder if they have the rights to make those t-shirts designs. It looks like they do. Do your thing. And let's go down. And more political stuff. More Yankee. No Texas. No. That little badge. Harris Walls down. I love my girlfriend. That's probably a very saturated niche, right? There's a ton that's going on there. Keep going. A lot of college football stuff, right? If you don't have the rights to do it, don't do it. Class of 2037. baseball home plate drip. More presidential stuff. Kamala Harris. Put down more. Together we rise. Harris Walls. Together we rise. 2024. Trying to find something that is obviously not trademarked in any way. All right, so we didn't find nothing in Merch Hunter. I'm gonna come over here into the good old movers. This is like, they're both my go-to, by the way. Depends how I feel on the day. There's Merch Hunter and there's movers and shakers. I'm gonna go ahead and just do the movers and shaker, and this is one of my favorite ones right here because it always seems to catch those, those niches that are not, trademarked or don't have copyrights, anything like that. Right now, remember, keep in mind, as long if you have the rights, you can design for like any of those niches, but you have to have the rights. But if you don't, then you got to be very, very careful. This is pretty cool. I like this one. The gnomes in the back of that truck, that retro old school barn looking truck with the pumpkins hanging out the back, and then these are like, they're dressed like witches, right? Pretty dope right here. Let's go ahead and open up that one. And this is, what's that? Curling ice sports. This is an interesting one. This is like that retro style with the curling, that sport. I'm the bra got too silly. This is good dope right here. And look at that merch. If you're gonna wear a Merch by Amazon shirts, how they're doing those mock-ups with the front and the back, they're showing them on the listing, but the front, there's looks like there's nothing on there. The back, there's something on the back. Shrimps is bug. Got too silly. It's a goose behind the prison door. It was pretty dope. Powered by burritos. Airsoft, that's dope. Interesting stuff like that. I'm not a regular mom, I'm a plant mom. That one seems pretty cool. Now, keep in mind too, when we're looking at this, you can see that this shows the BSRs here. Remember, when you're looking at these BSRs, we're looking for consistency. So if right here it made a cell, right here it's made a cell. When it drops down, then it goes up, and then it made another cell. So we're seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, like possibly a 4, 1, 2, 3. So the possible of 3 cells in total by looking at this BSR right here. Because when it obviously populates a BSR, and then it drops down, it makes a cell. Then it drops down, it makes a cell. The lower the BSR, the more cells velocity potential that a design can make. Go down. We're in the middle. There's some good stuff here. Forget princess. I want to be an engineer. There's some really cool stuff in here. Rudolph crew. Did you try icing yet? That's a cool one. I like this one too. Keep going. That's a Christmas one. I love baseball. Now remember, I love my girlfriend. Like something like that. Now you see how they. Being creative, thinking about like what you can do as far as doing something like this. I love baseball, so I love my girlfriend. Now you're just doing it like in different hobbies. Like maybe I love going up here. I love curling, right? So you kind of see how I'm getting inspiration by just looking at these designs and then leveraging like something that's trending and then putting it into like a sport like curling. So like let's say, for example, let's actually look that up. So Amazon, I love curling shirt. See if it even pops up. We come over here and see it does pop up already. Interesting. But just looking at the way I did that, this is how look at that, how they did that too as well. So it has BSR. It's nothing too crazy, but the concept of that, I understand that. I like this one too. You see how they did that? Like I love curling. Like it gets into more of your creative, like the creative mindset of understanding that this is something that's selling. We're looking at the BSR. But now can we use something that we know, like I love my girlfriend, I love baseball, and use something like this, and maybe we can put those two together, combine those two together, and now we have a whole different niche, which they already did. But just the process of that, and keep on doing research, keep going until you find something really cool. Now let's take a look at the shirts that we look. Let me scroll down right here. Only cool grandpas ride motorcycles. That's a dope one. My broom broke, so now I teach. That's a cool one. Like my sled broke, like Christmas. My sled broke. Now I teach. You can do something like that too. Like Santa's sled. You can use that, and that'll be an interesting one too. You kind of see what I'm doing. Instead of using like the Halloween theme, maybe you can turn it into a Christmas themed t-shirt and create something like that. Good afternoon. Arabic letters. Now you're looking at this as thinking of different languages. And then some of, if you speak multiple languages and you understand it, or if you just want to go down that whole rabbit hole and learn like different research ideas and getting into it and trying to figure out what you can do as far as coming up with different ideas for different languages. Like I don't know, Spanish, I have a few friends that just, they create Spanish designs on Amazon and they do really good. And then for example, I have a Vietnamese design I don't even know Vietnamese, but I was like, this would be a cool t-shirt idea, and it sells pretty often. I want to say like once a week. Now, something like this, same thing too as well. So I'm just looking at different ideas, coming up with different ideas, and just sharing with you. Maybe give you some type of inspiration to come up with something really cool. Now, let's go on. So we opened up 4 of them. Now, this is cool. Did you try icing yet? Did you try icing yet? So we have the gingerbread nurse, and then we have a gingerbread with the leg coming off right there, and then the nurse with the icing, right? The looks of the icing batter thing right there, and this would be a good one. So I'm just trying to think, what else can we do here? What else would you think that we could do? Maybe I'm thinking of something with like a stretcher gingerbread. Maybe you can put like a raw type of breading, and then did you try the oven yet? Right? And then have like an oven, something like that. I'm not sure how that would work, but something like this is really cool. But thinking of something like clever, funny, like telling a story on a t-shirt, it's like one of the best ways to make sales. And then we come down here, look at the all-time sales. Made its first sale in 2023. Right, and it made sales going into Christmas, but it's already making sales right now in August, right? So that's a good sign. So something like this, you catch something like this, it's making sales, and we have like a good amount of holidays before Christmas starts, right? Because there's a ton of holidays that are coming up towards the end of the year in Q4. It's already making sales going into Q4, which is really, really cool, because something like this works really good. I'm not a regular mom, I'm a plant mom. So now when I look at something like this, you can literally, I'm not a regular mom, you can switch instead of plant mom. You can do so much right here. I'm a baseball mom. I'm a football mom. I'm a soccer mom. Anything with the hobby and mom, anything like this, and you just switch these graphics out, and then you can have another top seller in this niche, which is really, really cool. There's a ton that can be done right there. And it looks good. So it looks good on a black t-shirt, and you're seeing just a white font and graphics, right? Nothing too crazy, pretty simple. 5.0 out of 5, 1 rating. We come down, let's look at the all-time BSR. It's made its first sale in 2019, right? But it's weird because like it looks like it's doing, but I feel like something like this, it's definitely doing better than what it was. It kind of like fell off a bit, and then now it started making even more sales. Interesting one right here, but I think you can just leverage this and go into different ideas and come on and scale this out into so many different niches, right? Just one design, and that's very powerful because you can possibly create a best-selling t-shirt by doing this. So I'm not instead of regular mom, you can do regular dad, and then same thing, same concept, but just put dad in there instead of mom. And then you can put mom in different hobbies or dad in different hobbies. And keep in mind too, so with certain things, so you can see I'm using the merchant farmer trademark check. I just press this little button. It'll highlight, what's trademark, stuff like that. And you just come over here into the USPTO just to verify that it is live. And you see plant mom, goods and services. It is live for t-shirts. So if you don't have, this is not your trademark, you cannot design for this. So just little things like that you have to double check. When I'm doing this type of stuff, I'm freestyling. I'm not actually creating the design. I'm going into your understanding the niche, the concept, and then kind of just breaking it all down, and then just figuring out other ways how I can approach a niche like this or a funny saying, make it my own, and try to be original as possible. Now, this one right here, Halloween gnomes, funny monsters, pumpkin spice. Where's the pumpkin spice? Interesting, because there's no pumpkin spice. So little things like this as far as like graphics and custom like work and stuff that's done like this. Well, obviously we can create this with inside of AI, which will be very, very powerful. But like one thing that's missing is the pumpkin spice. I'm not seeing it nowhere. Maybe I'm not looking at it correctly, but I'm pretty sure I am. I think that would be a really good idea to put one of these gnomes, put pumpkin spice into the hand of one of these gnomes, and maybe just make it look like pumpkin spice as best as possible, or just a coffee cup, something simple like that would make this design just that much better. And I'm not saying it's not a bad design. I'm not saying it's a bad design. It's a good design. I like it. It's cool. Really cool, right? 4.5 out of 5, 17 ratings. The pumpkins got the gnomes. You come down here, all-time sales. Let's see, like another thing too. Like the data doesn't lie. We're looking at this data. This is the BSR chart, best sales rank. The data doesn't lie. Look at that. Consistently selling. Over time, we're looking at this right here. This is what we look for, what we want. And it seems to start to make sales in June. And then we look over here. It seems it was like off to a little late start. I'm not sure what happened over here. It's kind of looks like the Amazon is messing with the algorithm, but it's off to a late start this year. But it's definitely something that is consistently selling over years. So the algorithm's probably going to catch it again and start pushing it even more. But yeah, really cool. So anything like this, and you can use like ChatGPT or Ideogram to plug in a design. Let me actually show you that real fast. I'm over here into ideogram.ai. I'm going to take the image that I got from Amazon, the t-shirt design. I'm gonna go ahead and hit describe, and the AI is gonna work and describe this image for us. 3 gnomes sitting in the back of a gray truck. Now, little things like this you can change. Remember, it doesn't have to be a gray truck. We can change to red truck, right? Each gnome is a tiger. I see what they did, tigers. We can even add, like I said in here, 3 seeds back of another carp. No, I see. We see carp. I like that one. Green potion. Let's put pumpkin spice with a pumpkin spice coffee cup, or you can put mug, cup, whatever you want to do right here. And then we'll go ahead and also to the ratio aspect, you can mess with this however you want to do it, right? It's all up to you. At the end of the day, I am going to put 4x5. That one right there, and then hit generate. And this is the new ideogram 2.0. I have to make a new video on this and going over some new features that it has. I know that it came out with some new stuff. I've been gone for a few days, and I know this tool makes some really, really cool stuff. And this is the image that it's freaking realistic. What the heck? Let's see. All right, so I had to do a little bit of editing over here. See, and we go ahead and click on this image. So what I did was, let me go up here. So I turned off the magic prompt, and then I added a 3 cartoonish gnomes seated on a red truck bed. And look at this. You can see 2 coffee mugs here, one with the pumpkin and the pumpkins down there. And then even you're seeing this, it has the pumpkins here, and then he has a pumpkin there. That's a nice. This one's pretty clean. This one's pretty clean too. Like just going in here and just editing the prompt a little bit more. Maybe I don't want him. I just want him to have that potion, right? That potion that we've seen over here. The potion in right here in this image. Like you can see that. Maybe I just want that potion or that pot of potion, and you can turn something into that. But look at this right here. And then you just upscale and just remove the background. You can actually upscale with inside Ideogram AI, and removing the background, you can use like Photopea. I've made a video on that too as well. Photopea, or you can use Canva. Photopea's free. Canva, it's a paid subscription, really awesome subscription. But you can see how we did that within freaking seconds. And let me show you these prompts so you can get an idea of what they look like. So there's that prompt right there. This prompt, well, it's actually all the same prompt. It just changed it. And then the style, you can see it changed it to design. Interesting. There's a few things. Default quality turbo. All right. No, but the design these are pretty clean, right? I like them. They're really nice. Like this one's nice. And this, I think I'm going to say, because this one has nothing wrong with having the 2 coffee mugs, I guess. But I like this one, the detail on it, right? It kind of just makes sense. This one looks pretty cool. I'm not sure what he has, but I feel like this one, he has a broom, right? But he's not holding on to it. I feel like if he had like the potion, or if he was actually holding on to the broom, so I made a little edit right there. This one is more of a finalized one, because it's pretty cool because of the coffee, and then he actually has a jack-o'-lantern, right? And then the 3 pumpkins there. This one's pretty cool. Yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed this research. How I took you through the whole process, how I use Merch Informer, stuff like that. If you want more niche research with low competition ideas, watch this video up here next. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to ask in the comments below.